Have you ever had that feeling, you're learning a new language, maybe Spanish, and suddenly you hit grammar, especially verbs?
Oh, yeah. It's like this huge mountain, right? All these tenses.
Exactly. You're just staring up at it thinking, how am I possibly going to climb this? How do I figure out all these conjugations without getting totally lost?
It's such a common feeling. So many learners just get bogged down. They feel like it's all about memorizing endless lists.
But what if it wasn't? What if mastering Spanish verbs was less about brute force and more about understanding, well, a few core ideas that make everything else click?
That's exactly what we're aiming for today.
Yeah, this deep dive is basically your shortcut. We want to cut through that feeling of overwhelm, give you some real aha moments for your Spanish journey.
We're not just listing tenses. We want to uncover their purpose.
Right. How they place actions perfectly in time, past, present, future.
Yeah.
And maybe even more importantly, how they add those nuances, the subtleties that make you sound natural.
And help you express exactly what you mean.
For sure. And guiding us today, we've got an amazing resource.
We do. Our source material is from Dulce, from the YouTube channel Español con Dulce. She's put together this fantastic guide that really clarifies things.
And here's something great for you listening. You can actually download the free PDF that Dulce created. The link is right there in our description. Seriously, grab it.
It's such a valuable tool if you're learning Spanish. Helps solidify all this.
Definitely. Because look, getting these verb tenses isn't just about, passing a test.
Not at all.
It's fundamental. It's how you talk about what you want, what you doubt, how you give commands, or just state simple facts. It's really the key to unlocking fluency. So today, we'll break down the three main modes: indicative, subjunctive, imperative, and then look at the tenses inside each one.
Make it clear, make it actionable.
And hopefully make that linguistic mountain seem a bit less intimidating.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's unpack this. The source material kicks off with this great overview, saying Spanish verb tenses aren't just about when, they're also about how something is presented.
Exactly. It's about the speaker's attitude, their perspective on the action.
So before we even get to specific tenses like past or future, we need to understand these bigger categories called modes. Why is starting there so crucial?
The modes. They're absolutely foundational. It's like you wouldn't build a house without knowing if you're building on solid rock or maybe, something a bit less certain.
Okay, interesting analogy.
Well, the indicative, subjunctive, and imperative modes are like those foundations. They express really different attitudes or realities about the action. They set the whole stage.
Right. So first up is the indicative mode. What kind of foundation is that one? Solid rock.
Pretty much. The indicative is your go-to for reality. It's for real facts, things you're certain about, definite possibilities. If you're stating something as it is, was, or will be, you're using the indicative.
Okay. Solid ground. Facts.
Yes.
Certainty. Got it. Then we swing over to the subjunctive mode. Now, this is the one that seems to trip people up, right?
It absolutely does. It's often seen as the big hurdle, but honestly, once you get the feel for it, it's incredibly powerful.
So if indicative is objective reality, subjunctive is?
It's your subjective world. It's for desires, doubts, hypotheses, emotions, recommendations, anything uncertain or viewed through a personal lens. It's less about what is and more about what I want, what I doubt, what I feel about it.
Ah, okay. So it's the I wish or maybe or it's important that part of the house?
Exactly, where possibilities and feelings live, not just cold, hard facts.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And the last one, the imperative mode. This one feels more straightforward.
It is, much more direct. The imperative is purely for orders or requests. Tell someone to do something or tell them not to do something.
Like the front door of the house. Direct entry.
Good way to put it. And like Dulce points out in the source, it really only has present tenses. You're giving a command for now, basically.
Okay, quick recap then. Indicative, facts, reality, subjunctive, feelings, doubts, possibilities, the subjective stuff, imperative.commands. Is that about right?
That's a perfect high-level summary. Understanding that difference is really your compass for navigating the verbs.
Okay, compass in hand, let's step inside the indicative house. So this is our reality mode. The source mentions 9 key tenses here. That sounds like a lot.
It does sound like a lot when you list them out. But what's cool is how each one lets you pinpoint actions with real precision. It's not just past, it's what kind of past.
Like different tools for different jobs.
Exactly. Specialized tools for describing reality accurately across time.
Okay, let's start with the most familiar one, probably, the present tense. This is like what's happening right now, or things that always happen.
Precisely. The present is for actions happening now as we speak, or for habitual actions. Things you do regularly. It's your baseline reality.
Like, yo estudio español todos los días. I study Spanish every day.
Perfect example. That's a habit. Or Maria vive in Mexico. Maria lives in Mexico. That's an ongoing current reality.
Simple enough. Now, what about the past? Let's say something happened, but it still feels connected to now. That's the pretérito perfecto, right?
That's it. The pretérito perfecto connects past actions to the present. The action's finished, but the time frame it happened in might still be ongoing, or the result is relevant now.
So like this week or today, if the day isn't over.
Exactly. Or if you've done something several times up until now. For instance, he comido tacos esta semana. I've eaten tacos this week. The week's not done. The experience is current.
Ah, okay. Or, ellos han viajado a México varias veces. They've traveled to Mexico several times as part of their experience now.
Right. There's that connection to the present.
Which makes it different from the other main past tense, the pretérito indefinido, often called the simple past. This one feels more done and dusted.
That's a good way to think of it. The indefinido is for actions completed at a specific point in the past. Finished, over. Usually you can point to when it happened.
Like, ayer fuimos al cine. Yesterday we went to the cinema. Happened yesterday, finished yesterday.
Perfect. Or, Juan compró un libro el mes pasado. Juan bought a book last month. A specific completed past event.
Okay. Now, this is where things get really interesting for telling stories, I think.
Yeah.
Because we also have the pretérito imperfecto. It feels different. How do the indefinido and the imperfecto work together? This is a huge aha moment when you get it, isn't it?
It really is. They dance together in narratives. The imperfecto is your background painter. It describes habitual actions in the past, what you used to do, ongoing actions in the past, what was happening, or just sets the scene, provides context, describes people, places, weather.
So it's the stage setting, while the indefinido is the main action happening on the stage.
Beautifully put, yes. The imperfecto paints the picture. Cuando era niño, jugaba al fútbol todos los días.
When I was a child, I used to play soccer every day. That's the background habit.
Or, mientras estudiaba, mi madre cocinaba. While I was studying, my mother was cooking. Two ongoing background actions happening simultaneously. The indefinido would then drop in the specific events. Suddenly the phone rang. That would be indefinido.
Ah, I see. So they work in tandem. One describes the ongoing scene. The other narrates the completed plot points.
Exactly. Mastering that interplay is key to good storytelling in Spanish.
Okay, moving even further back, we've got the pretérito pluscuamperfecto. Sounds fancy. The past of the past.
That's the one. The pluscuamperfecto is for an action that happened before another action, which is also in the past. It helps you sequence past events clearly.
So event B happened in the past, but event A happened before event B.
Precisely. Like, cuando llegué, ellos ya habían salido. When I arrived, past, they had already left. Even further past, their leaving came first.
Or, antes de la fiesta, habíamos comprado los regalos. Before the party, past event,
Right.
we had bought the gifts, happened before the party.
Yep. Clears up the timeline.
Okay, wow, that's a lot of past. Let's look forward now. The futuro simple. This seems pretty straightforward, right?
To say
To
what?
the future.
It is, generally.
Wow.
The futuro simple is for actions that will happen in the future. Your plans, your predictions. Mañana viajaré a la playa. Tomorrow, I will travel to the beach.
Estudiaremos juntos para el examen. We'll study together for the exam. Simple enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a futuro perfecto. Perfect means completed, so completed in the future.
You got it. Actions that will be finished by a specific point in the future. You're looking ahead to a future time and saying something will already be done by then.
Like, para el viernes ya habremos terminado el proyecto. By Friday, we will have already finished the project.
Exactly. The finishing happens between now and Friday. Or, dentro de un mes, habrán aprendido todo el temario. Within a month, they will have learned all the syllabus. Completion within that future time frame.
Okay, 2 indicative tenses left. These shift slightly, don't they, into the realm of would. The conditional simple.
Right. The conditional simple expresses hypotheses, wishes, imaginary situations, what would happen if, also used for polite requests or giving advice.
En tu lugar, yo viajaría a España. In your place, I would travel to Spain. Hypothetical advice.
Yep. Or, ¿qué harías si ganaras la lotería? What would you do if you won the lottery? Pure hypothesis.
And the last one, conditional compuesto.
Mm-hmm.
The would have, so it often sounds like regret, doesn't it?
It often carries that feeling, yeah. It's for actions that would have occurred under certain past conditions but didn't. The hypothetical past, that never was.
Si hubieras venido, te habrías divertido. If you had come, you would have had fun. but you didn't come, so.
Exactly. Or yo habría comprado boleto si hubiera tenido dinero. I would have bought the ticket if I'd had money, but I didn't have money, so I didn't buy it. That missed opportunity.
Okay, phew. We made it through the entire indicative house, all 9 rooms.
Quite a tour.
Now, let's step into what feels like, for many learners anyway, a totally different dimension. The subjunctive. This is where I know I felt a mental block for a long time.
You and pretty much everyone else learning Spanish.
But the source, Dulce's guide, promises clarity. How does it help demystify this mode? Is it almost like you have to signal whether you're talking objective reality or shifting into your subjective world?
That is an excellent way to frame it. Yes, that's the core aha moment for the subjunctive. It's like putting up a little flag that tells your listener, okay, what I'm saying now isn't necessarily a hard fact. This is my feeling about it, my wish, my doubt, my recommendation.
A mood indicator. I like that.
It really is. It captures all that nuance beyond just stating facts. It's how you express opinions, uncertainty, reactions, even give indirect commands softly. It lets you share your inner world.
Okay, let's look at its tenses then, starting with the presente subjuntivo.
Right. The present subjunctive is used for hypothetical actions now or in the future. You'll see it pop up after verbs expressing desire, hope, doubt, emotion, importance, recommendations, things that influence or comment on another action that isn't a certainty yet.
Like, quiero que tú vengas a la fiesta. I want you to come to the party. Your coming isn't a fact, it's my desire.
Precisely. Or, es importante que estudies todos los días. It's important that you study every day. It's presented as important. A recommendation, not just stating that you do study.
So it's often triggered by that first verb, the I want, it's important, I doubt.
Very often, yes. That's a key signal.
Okay, what about the pretérito perfecto del subjuntivo? Past perfect, but subjunctive.
This one links a completed past action to a present emotion or doubt. The action is done, but your feeling about it now triggers the subjunctive.
Ah, okay, like, me alegra que hayas aprobado el examen. I'm glad you passed the exam. Passing is done, but my gladness is now.
Exactly. Your present emotion about a past event. Or, ¿duda que ellos hayan terminado el trabajo? I doubt they have finished the work. The doubt is present, referring back to whether they finished.
I think I'm seeing the pattern. Subjunctive reflects the speaker's current perspective, even when talking about the past.
You've got it.
So, pretérito imperfecto del subjuntivo. Imperfect suggests ongoing or unreal in the past.
Exactly. This tense is big for hypotheses, desires, or unreal situations, often in the past or present. This is your classic, if I were you, tense. Si vos fuera tú, no haría eso. If I were you, I wouldn't do that. Clearly unreal.
Right. Or expressing wishes.
Definitely. Ojalá tuvieras más tiempo para mí. I wish you had more time for me. I wish for something not currently true. It's also used for super polite requests like quisiera instead of quiero.
Ah, that softening effect. And last subjunctive, pluscuamperfecto del subjuntivo, past perfect subjunctive. Yeah. This must be the deepest level of hypothetical, right? Often regretful.
That's generally the territory, yes. Unreal, impossible past conditions and their consequences. It's what would have happened if something impossible had happened. Big and if clauses about the past.
Si hubieras estudiado, habrías pasado el examen. If you had studied, you would have passed. But you didn't study. So the whole thing is an unreal past scenario.
Exactly. Or me habría gustado que hubieras venido. I would have liked you to have come, but you didn't. And that past possibility is totally closed now. Expresses that past unfulfilled wish.
Okay. Subjunctive conquered. Or at least mapped out.
Mapped out is a good start. Practice makes perfect there.
Finally, the third mode, imperative. The direct line, orders, requests, concise, our direct front door.
Yep. Critical for just getting things done in everyday conversation, asking for things, telling people what to do, and like we said, only present tenses because it's about immediate action.
So first, the imperativo afirmativo. Positive commands. Do this.
Correct. Straightforward instructions to do something. Habla más despacio, por favor. Speak slower, please. A polite command.
Or, estudien para el examen. Study for the exam. A direct instruction to a group. Usted is formed there. And the flip side, imperativo negativo, don't do this.
Exactly. Your negative commands, your prohibitions, no hables tan rápido, don't speak so fast.
No comen in class, don't eat in class. Clear, don't.
Essential for instructions and setting boundaries.
Okay, so we've journeyed through all 3 modes. Indicative, subjunctive, imperative, and all those tenses within them. What does this actually mean for you, the learner, on your Spanish journey?
Well, it means moving way beyond just stringing words together, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not just I go, I went, I will go.
It's about adding layers. precision, emotion, intention. Understanding these modes and tenses isn't just about grammar rules on a page, it's about wielding the language to express exactly what you mean and understanding the subtleties when you hear native speakers.
It's like you said with the house analogy. The modes, indicative, subjunctive, imperative, they're the foundation. They tell you what kind of statement you're building.
Right. Fact, feeling, or command.
And then the tenses are the rooms within that house, placing the action precisely in time. Past, present, future, conditional.
And if you don't understand that foundation, you might, accidentally try to put a wish subjunctive on a factual foundation indicative, and it just doesn't sound right. Getting these aha moments is seeing how it all fits together.
That really reframes it. It's not a random list of rules. It's a system, a set of tools for building meaning. Makes me feel I can construct my Spanish more deliberately now.
That's the goal. Indicative for your facts, subjunctive for your feelings, your doubts, your what-ifs, imperative for getting things done. These tools let you pinpoint time and express really complex ideas clearly.
So here's a final thought for you to chew on. Now that you've seen how precise Spanish verbs can be, how might understanding these modes and tenses change how you listen?
Good question.
What subtle hints about someone's feelings, their certainty, or their intentions might you pick up now that maybe you missed before? Are you hearing the difference between sé que vienes, indicative I know you're coming, and espero que vengas, subjunctive I hope you come? It opens up a new layer of understanding, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And remember, this whole deep dive was inspired by that fantastic material from Dulce of Español con Dulce.
That's right. So please, do yourself a favor and download that free PDF she provides. The link's in the description.
It's a brilliant resource to help you review, practice, and really solidify these concepts. It'll definitely help you take your Spanish fluency up an arch.
Couldn't agree more. Go grab it.